Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play AEW All Elite Fight Dynamite Forever Rampage. I'm Serious JG. Between videos I checked Facebook and my sister had posted an article about how in the UK the like immigration minister or whatever title they have has ordered that murals of like Mickey Mouse and Tom and Jerry and other cartoon characters at refugee camps for children be painted over because they were too welcoming and sent the wrong message to immigrant children. And my initial reaction was, oh wait, this story isn't in America. Okay, I feel better. My initial reaction was, oh, there's another country where people are being complete fucking assholes. Children shouldn't be allowed to enjoy Mickey Mouse if they weren't born here. Oh god, anyway. Yeah, that's what you want to hear. That's what you tuned in here. No, I just, my reaction really was seeing this terrible headline about how, you know, it was a name I didn't recognize. It orders murals painted over at Children's Refugee Center. And then when I read on and found out it wasn't happening in America, I had a momentary relief. That's what it requires. Let's spend our points here. I think we want to... I don't know what the chain wrestling is about, really, but I feel like we should do something with it. Movement speed doesn't seem to matter at all. Too much. Why have I strengthened it if I don't even know what it's doing, though? We could put momentum rate up once. Yeah, I think momentum rate and then finisher are the main things to max out, followed by these, and then action skills and passive skills would come next. I do like the idea of doing better with top rope attacks, but they're also high. They are. You can do damage with them. You get a lot of momentum from them, but they are kind of high risk, obviously. Oh, what the hell? Let's go for it. Let's go for quick mount, climb turnbuckles quickly, followed by diving attack buff. Now, diving power is the thing we haven't leveled up, so we won't do much damage, but we'll have the idea to be able to get to the top rope really quickly and get some momentum boost out of it. So, we now can afford that special treatment that we love so much. Actually, I could have afforded to buy something from the shop with that money, but... Alright, he feels great. He's going to make the world tap out. I feel like you should get focus from that, but whatever. We might not have a chance to work out at all this time. Our motivation is very low. We could go out. I think sightseeing is what we'd want to do. Get 2 levels of that back. Well, our energy is at 100. Does that mean we can't fail a workout? It does. Okay. So we'll work out now. Exhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. You can take on the world. Yeah, you don't really get that much for it. You get most of your points for winning matches, it seems. Alright, well, we're not injured. We've got more than half energy. It's still not great. Dining is not what I want to do, but it's going to give us a story event, so fuck. Our energy will have to remain very... Because I'm going to go to... It's going to go to other match, but I guess I was going to do sightseeing and then other match, but now we have dining that we have to do. So let's find out. I wonder what food they eat in Philadelphia. Do you think it could be Philly cheesesteak? Or are they going to come up like Washington, D.C. and wide pizza slices? Surprise me. Cheese and thank you. What if that's a real restaurant? I'm famished. I haven't eaten in weeks. I really haven't. Here's your Philly cheesesteak, a Philadelphia staple since the 1930s. I didn't ask for history lesson like I asked for food. It's like Americana hoagie roll, isn't it? Well, I can't make the waitress be weirded out by his comments because she came in with like a weird chatty comment to start with, so. Owners of a hot dog stand experimented with a new sandwich, which caught on beyond their wildest dreams. I guess I have to play through story mode again and make sure that we eat in Texas just so you can see the full story content. The invention of liquid cheese in the 1950s helped too, of course. Enjoy. What about Velveeta? That's not technically cheese. Time to dig into this food that you don't get to see. Plus 16. A heart attack in a hoagie. Few can refuse the Philly cheesesteak with its combo of melty cheese and tender beef. Consume only on a cheat day. I've never been crazy about Philly cheesesteaks myself. I mean, they can be really good. I'm not that crazy about the pepper. Well, what the pepper adds to the flavor. But, yeah, I mean, when I say it's not my favorite thing in the world, it doesn't mean it's not damn good eating. So what's our special event, and is it going to earn us technique points to make me feel a little bit less like we wasted our time? Because our very low motivation will be a problem eventually. MGF, you here alone? No backup? No bodyguards? No permit? No parlay? Even my associates get on my nerves at times, so I get away where no self-respecting wrestler would come eat, and you prove my point. Okay. Something tells me that people who dine with you do so with clenched fists and grinding teeth, and not from gripping silverware and chewing food. Ooh, touche. You really got him there, Bobo. I doubt any other character could have delivered that line quite so well. Right, enjoy your lonely, cheesy life. Smell you later. It's just the grilled onions. Oh, we got 800 technique points for that. So yeah, MJF is a good mic worker and a good heel, but the idea that he would say "smell you later." Let's see what happens if you have a wrestling match with very low motivation. Because this is how we're going to get all of our points, I think, doing these matches. I think the thing to do is just not even bother working out, honestly. Because you get fairly small rewards for it, and you risk getting injured, and it depletes these other stats. Like, I think the thing to do is sightsee and eat, and then go on dark. Hit with the meteor blast right at the end there. Scorpio Sky's like the epitome of a guy who's good in the ring, and he can talk, and there's just something not... I don't know, he's never caught on. Okay. Alright, well, we've... Alright, so now I should be able to quickly get up here and attack! And get countered. Oh, he's got a ton of momentum from that, too. That's not good. So right off the bat... Yeah, we're doing really poorly against Scorpio Sky. Who I guess was still SCU at this time. There we go. Diving attack buff. Maybe let's not chance that any further, since apparently he's got anti-air defense as a special power. I keep meaning to go back and change his offense so he doesn't have that eye gouge, because it keeps knocking people out of range for the grapple. And yet I haven't done it. Got a fairly straightforward offensive style, but it does seem to be effective. As soon as I tried to do something different, I tried to go for a rope throw there, and it threw everything off. Snake eyes, yeah. How did that result? It's a double axe handle. There should be almost no penalty for missing that. If you land on your feet, that's... I thought that's why I set it up as one of his moves. But they just kind of generically out. You went for a top rope move and you missed, so you get devastated. Slingshot powerbomb, of course. And I don't know why I wouldn't go for a pin. Top rope double stomp to the back. Oh, we've got to get the taunt boost too. It's a weird one not to have, actually. Now we got the Bobanoku driver all charged up. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. I was trying to move him out of the corner, but this should still win here.
1, 2, 3.
He's very low motivation, which means he can't be bothered to execute the moves that I told him to do. He just does something kind of in the ballpark, you know. Gokukai is the face of the revolution. He has put the French royal family to death. He killed the Romanovs. With all that still fresh in mind, PTV seems eager to move further along the path to the top. That's why, as a world champion, he's defending his title at dark matches on our our YouTube show. All right. We have no choice but to go straight to Dynamite, where presumably we're entering into a storyline with MJF. Our motivation is very low, but the good news is it can't get any lower. And they say it has an impact on your rewards for working out. I haven't figured out anything else it affects. It might be how much I think it's how much momentum you start each match with, which is kind of like, eh. So there are mechanics here that I might be overthinking. It might not really matter that much what we do. Taz, I gotta ask. Uh-oh, Wardlow is accompanied by MJF in this one.
Making his way to the ring.
Yeah, he's a hoss, folks. Mr. Mayhem, Wardlow. 1 and 2 because I fought against him as Nyla Rose in exhibition mode to earn AEW shop bucks, and he won some of those. Or one of those. He was actually a pain in the ass to fight as her. And he's starting with a whole lot of spirit, so this could go really poorly, actually. We haven't lost yet, but I fully expect it to happen eventually. I've lost in exhibition matches and stuff. Keeping this up because it's working. He's not countering it. Yeah, this is no good. I countered with the grapple button there. doing okay here, but yeah, he's starting out with a pretty big advantage. MJF being up on the apron is really just messing with my view more than anything else. Yeah, like I kind of wish they would knock that off because it's messing with my view of the ring. I don't know how these keep affecting his body, these headshots I'm trying to throw, but... Oh, come on! I literally was hitting the strike button counter as he was striking, and then switched to the grapple button counter when that didn't work. So we kind of caught up with him? Because he started with an advantage, but still... I'm a little nervous. I think I put something else there as a thing you could do, but I don't seem to be able to find it now. Yeah, like no matter what I do with the grapple, I always seem to get that, which I had intended to have some kind of submission type thing as well. Okay, I definitely hit the strike counter that time. Now will MJF interfere with the pin? Or what?
1, 2, 3.
Okay, Wardlow can't even kick out of the Bobanoku driver. I'm not sure if there's really any point in powering it up any further. It's apparently unstoppable. I don't even know how to see what those little flashing rewardy things are up there. I know what the $3,000 one is. But what do those other ones even mean? Whatever. I think I'm reaching the point now where even the story mode, it's got its fun little quirks and charms, but it basically breaks up really boring matches in this game. Oh no, we were attacked from behind. We were trying to show respect to Wardlow. I didn't expect to see Ray Phoenix, a member of Death Triangle, helping ATV, but anything can happen. Oh, am I going to join Death Triangle? Are we going to become Death Square? Death Triangle was kind of an odd grouping of Ray Phoenix, his real-life brother, Pentagon Jr., a.k.a. Pentagon Dark, a.k.a. Penta, a.k.a. Penta Concero Miedo, and all those guys, plus the bastard Pac, who had been known as Adrian Neville in WWE. And then Adrian Neville, I guess he got stuck out of the country during COVID or something, because he just hasn't shown up, like, at all recently. But they were Death Triangle. There's no indication at all that Adrian Neville was able to communicate with them, though. Because he speaks English and they speak Spanish. And we never saw him on screen speaking to them in Spanish, or them speaking to him in English. They would just cut their promos in their native languages and then presumably talk to each other using, like, Google Translate when the cameras weren't rolling. Flying somewhere over West Virginia. This is better than Coach, am I right? Sure, still not sure why you invited me, though. On the Death Triangle plane. It seems Ray likes you, but I don't. Penta, he just screams a lot. You've got something to prove to all of us. Something to prove? I'm the fucking champion! You can team with any one of us on Dynamite. We'll see if you're actually Death Triangle material. But we'd be the Death Square. Oh, I want to team with Pac. for sure. I love Penta. I love Ray Phoenix, but Pac is like this crazy Brummy who does like the red arrow, aka the black arrow, aka ludicrous amounts of flips and then lands on you. He's fucking awesome. I like all these guys, but like I like the idea. This is the guy who's like, I don't like you, but you get to team with one of us. Choose. So like, I want to like, if he's the guy we got to prove something to, let's team with him. Since you gave me a lift, why don't I help you get a win on Dynamite? A sensible choice, to be sure. But know this, I don't like suck-ups. Oh, well, never mind then. In that case, fuck you. I'll team with Penta, he just screams a lot. I'm used to that because I have children. The Music City Birch. Welcome to Nashville. Don't have a Bashville. Don't leave trash. Okay, fuck you, game. Whatever. Some of the dumbest shit ever. Let's go out. Sightseeing, which is what I wanted to do anyway. So we'll do this. We have no chance of getting injured. It's perfect. And I think I gotta consider not doing the gym at all anymore because the rewards are. It's the only thing that can really fuck you over with the. It's CM Punk, by the way, I believe. Like it's the one thing in game that you can really get fucked up by doing, and the rewards are really not that good. I'm getting more technique points for the matches than I am for ever doing workouts. So it's Lower Broadway, Nashville, Tennessee. CM Punk of the Psychic Companions Network? What are you doing here? Same as you, BTV, studying up on my Johnny Cash. Been enjoying your work in AEW, by the way. That's the reason I've decided to join this promotion, which happens much later than it's being presented at here. Thanks, that means a lot coming from you. I blame the Elite. I totally don't blame you. This might be a good time for me to launch into a thing about the real-life backstage heat between CM Punk and the Elite, but yeah, there's probably no more logical time for me to do it in this Let's Play than now. Let's just say that... Like I said, I listen to Jim Cornette's podcast. He's incredibly partisan, anti-Elite, pro-Punk, but... I think it's telling that, like, the guy who writes the #1 dirt sheet with all the inside stories about what's happening everywhere has consistently praised everything that Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks have done ever. And he's the main source of information for people who think that CM Punk is a scumbag and the Elite are great. Is this guy who has never faulted anything the Elite have done ever. And it's pretty widely accepted that, yeah, because they feed him information all the time for his that's all I'll say about it for now. CM Punk seems like a guy who'd be really hard to get along. Like, he seems like he's an intelligent guy. He also seems like, you know, if you hear him in interviews and stuff, he sounds like a dick. He sounds like a guy who's really easy to offend, and then he'll hold the grudge forever. But I think the things he's pissed off about are all pretty legit. Anyway, Bobo really wants to thank CM Punk for the compliment, which I guess you would. CM Punk's a really good wrestler. If he comes up to you and tells you he's impressed by your wrestling, you probably should take that as a good comment. In fact, I want you to be my opponent when I debut on AEW Rampage. You ready to face the best in the world? Well, I'm the world champion, and you're just debuting. But, okay. I'm only vaguely curious, like, if we played through this game again and I, like, just refused all this shit. But yeah, like, we're the world champion. He wants to wrestle us on his debut. But then again, he's a bigger star than anyone in the entire company, like, by far. The best ratings that AEW has ever had have always been with CM Punk. So people who don't like CM Punk don't like to face that, but it's true. He brings more ratings and attention than anyone else. So for Bobo, who's like kind of came out of nowhere to become the AEW champion, to refuse to match with CM Punk would probably be kind of dumb. Wow, this is a Christmas or my birthday, but I'll definitely accept your gracious gift. All right, consider it booked. CM Punk versus Bobo the Vulture at Rampage. See you then. Non-title, by the way. Well, that happened. So we got some attitude restored, 800 technique points, Rampage, which is more than we could possibly have gotten. We may now compete on Rampage, Dynamite's sister show. It launched, blah, blah. Challenge and boards on Rampage are greater than on Dark, so bring your best. Aside from special challenges, you may participate in one supplemental show per week. This just seems to be a better version of the free match you can have on Dark. It doesn't look like you get to do Rampage and Dark and Dynamite in the same week, though. But yeah, we got, so that was a special event, so it's no fair counting that. That was a special event for 800 points. But like, we can get almost that many points with a coin flip chance of getting injured with intense training. And then these other things are like, yeah, less chance of getting injured, but you're throwing away a turn for 344. That's like less than the win bonus on a match. Oh, we already did, we can't go sightseeing again. All right, well, let's do a press conference and get a little bit of our attitude back. And then it's tempting to go eat just because we'll get some unique content that way. Q&A session. Here's the next question for BTV. What are you doing here? There wasn't an actual press conference announced. You just showed up with a banner. You're a wrestler. What job would you have? I'd want to be a mentor. Someone who helps people become their best. Okay, well, I didn't get to choose anything that time. Final question. Who would you say is your best friend at AEW? I feel kinship with everyone who gets to the ring, as well as those who make it happen. What a pussy answer. That's it from Boba the Vulture. A bunch of non-answers. Makes Mike Pence look like someone who's able to directly face a tough question. I've associated with a lot of factions, packs, and squads over the years. The only thing for sure with Sting is that nothing is for sure. I prefer just tomato fisting. Death Triangle might be the most dangerous and unpredictable one I've seen. Watch yourself. You mean they're even more dangerous and unpredictable than like the Main Event Mafia or whatever the fuck from TNA? I mean, I could predict no one would watch that or get that reference. Okay, I'll watch myself. Get a picture with the icon Sting. Ow! Sting he is reacting the way he should to this. Which is like, I don't want to take a picture with you, but okay. But do we get our picture with Sting, and is Sting going to look annoyed with us in the picture? Nope, he's doing the ow. We're doing our pose we do every time, but he's going ow. Hey, Wolfman Sting, baby. All right, well. All right, it won't let us go out again. Dining is just a waste of our turn, as silly as that sounds. Fine, let's just grab the 400 injury points, 400 technique points that we can get. Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll do our other match. We'll do our other match, and then we'll have a turn after that where I can replace our energy from doing the other match. That's a good idea. And we're finally, actually, like, now we're making money fast enough that I can't help but have enough to do stuff. So we can heal an injury. After another match, we could do skill point booster. We want to use that at the beginning of a turn, though, because that increases skill points you earn in a week. Momentum booster, that's in a match. This seems like, yeah, I could save up all my money and use this in, like, the main event of the final pay-per-view or something, but... Alright, for now... $25, I still can't afford to do all three of those. I mean, I gave myself diving power. We should be using it. I guess the absolute last thing we'll do is learn any skills. This video is going to go a little bit long, but we're going to go on Rampage and take on CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk in a special challenge. So this would be like the biggest Rampage ever, the one where he debuted.
Is set for one fall.
It kind of went all downhill from there. I watch almost every episode of Dynamite and almost every episode of Collision. I never watch Rampage. I mean, come on. Well, at some point, I do want to show you the mini games, and I want to use CM Punk when I do it, and you'll see why when the time comes. I ran into a really funny unintentional visual when playing the mini games with CM Punk. Fans chanting for AEW. You would think they would chant for CM Punk, or chant that they hate him. Now is like what half of the crowds want to do. But he usually gets a response other than people chanting AEW. Alright, let's make pretty quick work of CM Punk here. He's disoriented after all. What? Did you see that? He was posing with his back turned. I came with a double axe handle and he teleported. He didn't change location, he just teleported so he was facing me to catch me. He didn't turn around. He just suddenly was catching me as I came down, even though he was facing the wrong way when I attacked. I couldn't believe my luck when he went for a taunt right there. Because I had already committed to doing that attack, but... Oh well, I mean, just because I wasted money on, that, what do you call it, diving attacks, doesn't mean I have to... Sunk cost fallacy. Just, I mean, it's fun, but it's not effective, and I'm gonna just, like, crush CM Punk in his debut here. Oh no, he kicked out. It's a new level of challenge and difficulty that we're facing now against CM Punk. He's able to kick out of a finisher. Ah, crap. Rope break, rope break! Rope break! Alright. I really did think we were going to lose there. Because I've definitely had that happen before. Just... Computer doesn't usually try to pin you unless you're in trouble, but that's like a special circumstance, but... Maybe I get a chance to do a diving attack after all. There we go. Oh, I think we injured CM Punk too. You have to give yourself a special skill to make it possible for people to tap out. This is not a game that cares about tap outs. I guess they're out of fashion with the AEW fans? Like, MMA style combat was like the big thing in wrestling a couple years ago. Almost 10 years ago now. But now it's all about false finishes and high spots and stuff. Like, they're not really... Submission wrestling, I'm not trying to be like a purist for submission wrestling either, but it's not really AEW's thing. If you guys have submissions, even as their finishers, but... Oh, gotta love the top rope double stomp. I don't know if CM Punk's got it this time, guys. I'm afraid CM Punk may be letting you down in this debut. He got a 1 Bobanoku driver with a roll-up, but only got 3 stars for that one, huh? Oh, well, CM Punk's not the kind of guy to hold a grudge. I just got done saying earlier in the video that he seems like somebody who, in real life, he's intelligent, articulate, but he seems like someone who'd be easy to piss off and would hold a grudge. In this game, he's a babyface. He will not be doing that. I don't know what's more unbelievable. And then JG didn't get a chance to read it. So CM Punk's big debut on Rampage, or the fact that he lost? He's like, Tony Khan, I want to come. I made tons of money. I don't need to wrestle anymore. It'll be the biggest thing ever if I made a comeback. I'd like to come back and immediately lose to Bobo the Vulture. But we lost some energy. Valuable energy. Okay, well, this is part of AEW. I'm surprised the Kenny Omega was part of the development process for this game. He probably wanted this section removed. But this was a big deal for them when CM Punk first showed up. Now this might get a copyright strike when even other footage didn't, because the I'm blanking on their name, but the band who did this song, they're pretty notoriously litigious about people using this music without paying for it. But yeah, I was watching the episode of Rampage where he showed up, and it was pretty cool. That's one of those fun things in wrestling. It's when you get like an organic, just incredibly loud crowd response, and that definitely happened here. I'm not sure how much of this they're planning to show, because we're going to call it a video more or less when it's over. I guess I got one turn to spend before we get to Dynamite, so I should probably do that so that we can start the next video with the match, but still kind of need this to wrap up. And here's him thinking, was this a good idea to come back? Probably getting a massive endorphin rush from this. It has to feel pretty good to just like come out and have like an auditorium full of people start chanting for you. I have never had that happen. I would think that probably feels pretty good. And he's got his zip top that says Larry. That is the name of his dog. It's Jordan Grace-esque. CM Punk, thick thighs save lives. Jordan Grace-esque. Sorry. I hope it's just Goosebumps you're talking about, Taz. Oh, we've warped ahead a bit. Oh, that's right. They went to commercial. Yeah, they went to commercial, I guess, before he talked. Oh, we are going to hear this? Oh, can't help it. This feels like filler. It's a video game. We just beat him in like 90 seconds. Although, I gotta say, I'm kind of shocked that this is part of the game. Like, Kenny Omega was heavily involved in making the game, and those guys do not like CM Punk.
I'm back.
Bitches. Yeah, I hope you're not upset I talked over that, but like you can go hear the whole thing not chopped up into chunks on YouTube if you want to hear it. That's the way to listen to it now. We got one turn left. We got high motivation. Our energy's okay. Dining would get our energy maxed back out. And we would find out what food to eat in Nashville. The smart option here is to do a workout and just get a few more points. But it's like 400 points. Let's get some to eat. Let's max out our energy and get some to eat. And only because we can't do something to give us a +1 motivation. There's the Rub, restaurant in Nashville. So we've missed one city's food so far. I'm famished. Here it is, one big plate of Nashville barbecue. Alright, I don't remember which city, but you clearly are identical to one of the prior waitresses. They couldn't come up with different unique waitresses for each city. Listen, you've seen the creator wrestler options, buddy. I can't wait. We love pork here in Nashville. Pork ears like you. Hey. We use a heavy rub on paprika and garlic. A heavy rub on paprika and garlic? then cook it over a big pit. Enjoy. Time to dig in. There's the rub in Nashville. Good thing come to those who wait. This plate of Nashville barbecue was slow roasted to perfection, covered in a slightly sweet and tangy sauce. It's bizarre what they spend time and energy on in this game. Like, they made this mini game where they like have all these different foods from around the world. It's like, that's the kind of content you'd expect to see in a Yakuza game, which is fine. But Yakuza's core gameplay was actually polished and good. It's like they added crazy, goofy side content onto what was at its core a strong game. This game has an incredibly weak core, and then all this like extra goofiness that's added. It's bizarre. Well, anyway, let's. I don't really have enough points to do anything here, I guess. Yeah, we only got 1,000 from. We only got a little bit from wrestling CM Punk, so we can probably leave this alone. But when we come back next time, guys, we are in a feud with MJF, and I want to sound cocky, and I'm not planning to save scum my way around losses, but we haven't run into that many real problems in this game, and I don't think we can just lose the. I think we can only lose the title at a pay-per-view. Like, I think they're going to set up title matches as being a separate thing. I think Bobo the Vulture might just be the guy who dominates the first, 4 months of AEW. If you consider, like, if you consider each activity takes a week, then each of these. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if each of these rounds is a week, because it does seem like you're supposed to be wrestling on every Dynamite. But if we stretch it out, it's like every other Dynamite. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how long in actual world calendar time this is all meant to be taking, but in terms of our time, like, we're creeping up on like a third of the way halfway through this story already. But it might not be a long LP, but I'm having fun. I hope you're enjoying it. And I think this does appear to be the most fun part of the game, because exhibition mode just seems pretty empty and dull. But we'll do more of it next time, and I hope you're there for that. Bye-bye.